Hello, crazy plan tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts X Division mod with me, BlueAnkylo. We're on a new live streaming day. We just spent a ton of time doing some base management, which probably would have been an entire episode if we had been recording, so lucky you guys for not having to watch it. All we really did was make sure we queued up all the stuff to disassemble and to replace some of our consumables, and we did that for the main three bases. We also sold off basically all of the tier 1 gear that we didn't need anymore. So old tier 1 stuff that we don't use has been deleted from, or sold. So we probably have a little bit more money than at the end of the last episode, but it's just from selling, you know, guns and stuff from tier 1. Nothing really crazy. And I did notice, in case anyone else saw, and I noticed I forgot, I hadn't equipped the Australian bombers. I built them their torpedoes, I just never equipped them. So I think their last mission they still had aluminium torps on. But anyway, we fixed that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm moving a bunch of the special aircraft resources to the A base to build another Lotus. Or at least to see if we can. And yeah, that's it. So our engineers are going to be pretty busy. We've got a fair amount of stuff for them to do. This will generally just go fairly quick for the disassembly processes, and I want to kind of build up some grenades, make sure everyone's got enough grenades. Now, there is a crazy plan in action for today. It may not happen this episode. It's hard to say how long it will take to get set up, but I'm going to talk a little bit about my crazy strategy. We're currently doing quite well. We're in the middle of Phase 2, and I wonder if that even worked. Yeah, quick save doesn't even work on this screen. So we're in the middle of Phase 2. We've got most of our guys geared up pretty well. Like, we've got pretty much top tier Phase 2 gear for our guys, or at least very close. So for the next period of time until Phase 3 aliens hits, we're kind of just powering up, making sure everybody's as strong as they can be, and preparing for Phase 3, where it gets basically. I'm expecting it to be very difficult, so we want to build up as much as we can before that hits. We'll look at the 2 new weapons once they're both done being researched. So how do we prepare for that? Well, you know, we keep doing missions. I might not record them all, but we'll keep doing missions. But there's 2 things missing that we can maybe sort of do a crazy strategy for. So one of the 2 things is we still need the final size and data hack. I don't think it'll actually lead to any new technology in our current phase, unfortunately, just looking at the tech tree. But we'll need it, you know, for Phase 3, assumedly. So to get that, though, we need a Sizen-specific Terror battleship, and also maybe a Sizen landing ship. And it's pretty random what UFOs you get. Like, I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna try, perhaps, just like we spawned a specific species in a base, maybe we could force a specific species in one of the UFOs. Once I finish my little crazy talk here, we'll check those out. So that's one thing, is maybe to try to force a Sizen battleship or a Sizen landing ship. And then the other crazy strategy is, well, it turns out if we allow an alien base, speaking of alien bases, if we allow a landing ship to build an alien base, it'll show as an outpost. We've been doing them right away. If we wait for a while, it will grow into a medium-sized base. And even though we are in Phase 2 in terms of alien technology, the aliens inside the base will be Tier 3. And if we let it go to a large, it'll be Tier 4. We're not going to do that, though. The idea is, if we're feeling very confident, and I might be feeling pretty confident, we could do a Tier 3 mission a little early. And that would start getting us some cool tech before the actual Tier 3 UFOs show up. And I'm kind of leaning towards giving that a shot. Unfortunately, both of those things require a little bit of RNG for the alien UFOs. If they don't give us the right stuff, then it might not happen before Phase 3 hits anyway. We're on our last technology. This is why I want to do phase 3 stuff, because we're going to run out of tech here. So basically, what do I need to do? Okay, if I want to spawn a Size and Terror battleship, I haven't ever tried to force a specific species before. I'm pretty sure what I need is to have a pretty up-to-date save, or sort of make a save and fast forward till the next UFO wave. Because I think the UFO waves are timed. So it should always, like if the next UFO wave is on the 12th or something, it'll always be on the 12th. We need to save before they show up, and then find out if reloading them changes their species. I don't even know for sure if that's possible. Because if there is a Terror battleship, but it's got robots on it, then it kind of doesn't really get us anything. Other than some practice. So I'm kind of thinking of trying that out. Same thing if we see a landing ship, because we need a size and operator from that. So I did save pretty recently. Right? Like, within, like, minutes ago. So we could test it here. Let's see what shows up. If the right stuff shows up, it doesn't even matter. So far, larges and mediums. Okay, let's science this up. There's really no advantage here, because unless we can change the type of UFO, which I'm not even sure about. But what we could do is, like, so there's a light cruiser with civilians. Light cruiser, two light cruisers with civilians. 3 light cruisers with civilians. A shuttle with civilians. And a corvette with robots. So if we go back, like, not even very far, like just a few hours, but maybe they spawn at the beginning of the day, right? I don't want to load after midnight. I guess, unfortunately, we got a couple of these things. But we'll find out here if we can change anything. Or if it's all set in stone. Because this plan might not work anyway. So it does work. This was civilian last time. But the other question, so I've got 2 questions. Can we change the ships? Or can we only change the aliens on the ships? So far, it's a little different because it's got escorts. But that's 3 larges. They switched from light cruisers to bomber cruisers, though. And that's 4. And that's it. So it looks like the UFOs are different. Interesting. Did I fix my computer program problems? No, Windows 10 is just always going to be a problem. Alright, I want to give this a couple tries. I want to see if we can force at least a landing ship, right? I don't care if we get the Terror battleship this round, but I would really like to get the last size and operator. Let's save it after that little engineer update. We'll just give this a couple tries. Time for science, exactly. Alright, so back to civilians. Sizens. Corvettes with robots. Corvettes with robots. It's possible, like, the Terror ships are decided more in advance. We still need more data. Changing species seems to work. Did my jet get named? What's your jet's name? Bomber cruiser. I mean, we're definitely getting different types of ships. I wonder, there is a difference between, like, normal missions and special missions. Maybe we're only getting normal missions rotated, not special missions added in. But I need all the data now to see if we can actually force... Looks like we get, like, 4 UFOs at a time. The Night Raven, yes. There is a Night Raven. Light shuttle, light cruiser. And a strip. This time they give me 5 UFOs. Your jet, Evan, is in here. You lucky dog got the first Lotus. So, it's also kind of dark, so I figured it worked. It's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna try a couple more times. I don't want to spend forever here, but... like I said, it's science. Learning how the game works. Bomber cruiser, light cruiser. It does seem like we usually get around 4. And they seem to rotate between everything except landing ships and terror ships, to be honest. Including interceptors. Alright, let's go 3 more times, and then that's it. Number 3. Medium, heavy fighter, straight corvette, straight corvette, straight corvette. Nothing. Okay, 2 more times. Just for science. We'll be sending out some... Well, don't worry, guys. We're not going to do this for much longer. 2 more tries. Light cruiser, medium scout, medium, medium. Okay, and then the last try... I guess we go with whatever we get this time, basically. Light cruiser, interceptors, shuttle, light cruiser, bomber cruiser. Okay, well that's enough for sciencing. What we've learned is you can definitely change the species on these, and you can shuffle what shows up a little bit, but it does seem like certain missions are locked. So what I'll try to do is, before the next UFO wave comes, I'll try it again. Because if a terror battleship spawns on the next wave, maybe then we'll be able to shuffle what species it is. Because that should at least work. But maybe there's different pools where they're drawing their missions from. And this sort of set of UFOs didn't draw from the base construction or terror mission pool. Which does make sense, because the aliens don't send, like, 5 terror ships a month. You're probably only supposed to get 1 or 2 terror ships per month. Or some sort of rule like that. Yeah, no, it does make sense. But now we know a little bit better how things work. Alright, we're going to send out some interceptors to take out the fighters. Unfortunately, the Lotus are not really interceptor-type ships. Once that's dealt with, we can send them after this one, maybe. We have a lot more aircraft spread around the world now, though, which makes things a little easier to catch. We've also got Corsairs, which are a bit faster. They've got a bit more of an opportunity to catch up with these shuttles. Alright, so the fighters went after the Assyrius. Good. Get rid of them. Head back to base. And just for fun, I will send our double Lotus team, because they're really fast. Comparatively, they're like 50% faster than the old Foxtrots. Our ability to catch this guy is going to be very random. Did I see that right? Did I already have a 3rd Lotus? In Europe? Well, I totally forgot we were already up to 3. We might be ready to build a 4th one if all the supplies went through the way I planned it. Yeah, we can definitely build a 4th one. Maybe after this wave is done. Because then we can have 2 here and 2 here. This is going to take too long. Let's just shoot it down. It's doing that thing where it's not flying over land. Hey there, Robert.
Copy that. Let's take them down one by one.
Is that BlueAnkylo fella? Yeah. Well, hello there.
One copies.
So at least we have Magstorms. Magstorms on our interceptors are definitely better than trying... Well, Mausers were fine, but these things have a lot more range. So it's generally easier to do your barrel roll trick. That wasn't perfect, but... We have better range on them anyway, is all I'm trying to say. It's generally easier to do those, you know, aircraft rolls than if you're doing the really short range kind of weapons. Alright, escorts out of the way. Hey, we did catch the shuttle. Not that this thing puts up a very good fight, but it is super fast, and it's hard to catch.
Let's end this.
But, yeah. Easy peasy. Alright, Foxtrots can take a cruiser down. Nothing to worry about. Smoke grenades getting finished. Good. Looks like I may have finished most of my construction. This extreme battleship is kind of important because it gets us more Lotuses, if we want more Lotuses. Yeah, the Magstorms are probably the best tier 2 cannon. There's a couple other options that I should have perhaps considered building, but, you know, I didn't. Oh, the screaming children are outside again. Thank you, healthcare workers. I wish you didn't make the kids scream quite so much. Let's show off these guys.
Alarms, I got alarms.
So these are our brand new Lotuses. Sorry for the distractions in the background. They can't barrel roll. I ran him right. I thought he'd be fast enough to not get hit. Great start, Blue. Get your Night Raven killed in one shot. But they are much faster than the Foxtrots and much more nimble. So if you don't just fly them right into the giant laser beam, it's probably easier to do what I'm doing here.
Just a little more and it's over.
There's a lot of screaming going on outside. Alright, let's see if we can fire off some of our stuff here. So, the hyper missiles shoot really, really quick. Well, sorry, Evan, your ship got killed. Do those things have like a much lower... One thing I may have misunderstood here with these missile weapons, because that was not better than a Foxtrot bomber. Missiles. So, those were the hyper missiles. They've got a 2,000 meter range. If I had plasma missiles, it'd be 2,200. With a longer lock-on. They did fire super fast. That was cool. Millions of little missiles. But it kind of seemed like the torpedoes had such a much longer range. Yeah. Like 7.4 kilometers is such a huge range. It's much more likely we're going to fire those first. We could even go gravity torpedoes and fire them even earlier. No, you're dead forever. Now we need to rename it to something else. No, the aircraft get shut down all the time. It's fine. Okay. Well, that's just sciencing, sort of. It's a little bit too bad. We're doing a lot of for science, right? So we just got to shoot down one more UFO, and then we can do some missions today. Alright, so let's see Foxtrots against a bomber cruiser. If you come from behind and you don't bother messing around with getting up close and personal, because the torpedoes are so good, like they've got a really nice wide arc here. You don't have to get very close to the alien UFO. Like, we can do quite a few volleys behind his arc. The base game doesn't make your ships die permanently either. Anyway. Unfortunately, this is putting a bit of a dent in my, you know, Lotuses are amazing. The good news is if we're fighting against something that has missiles like terror battleships or extreme landing ships, this will protect them from the missiles, just not those lasers that got me killed. I just need a little bit more practice with them. The first run was not so impressive, though. Alright, well, future tubers, we're going to put a cut here. One thing we haven't done yet today is gear up our soldiers. And we've got quite a few UFOs shot down. We've got another large. This shouldn't be that bad. There's not very many. I guess, like, research missions have fewer aliens. Like, that's hardly anything for a large, so that should be easy. That'll be easy. So B team gets a couple easy missions. C team gets a bit more dangerous. I don't know if I'm like maybe I should record just one of them, but none of these look super scary. Probably this one has the most, like, the most scary units, Civilians Inheritance. Mind you, the last time we did a light shuttle, where's the shuttle? The last time we did a light shuttle with Xenomorphs, it had a queen in it. I don't know why they'd put a giant friggin' alien queen in a tiny little shuttle. But that might be something to look out for. Anyway, we'll take a little break for the future tubers. I'll get my guys geared up, and then we'll come back and I'll show off one of these. One of the missions. Maybe two, we'll see. Just can't have a million episodes, you know? Alright, welcome back, future tubers. I've set some stuff up, so we've got some sort of preparation for our missions. I have to admit, I'm getting a little bit swamped in trying to manage all these different loadouts for our bases. But anyway, A team gets a mission, C team gets a mission, B team gets 2 missions. And I might just skip these all. Well, I can't skip them all. I have to pick one of these to show for the future tubers. Maybe we'll just go with the first one, just for no specific reason. But if this goes pretty smooth, then in the next 3, we'll do off recording, just to save some time for the episode length. I didn't really do a whole lot of setup for you know, making sure we had the right weapon type for the right aliens, because it's definitely taking a long time getting all that different loadouts figured out. We are going to try the Savior. This is one of our new tanks. Unfortunately, no AP cannons. Even though they say they can equip cannons, they can't equip any cannons for some reason. It's either an Expedia glitch, or like it's maybe the Expedia never got updated, or it's actually oversight in the coding for all the different you know, vehicle types. So we'll see how this goes. This is a C-team mission. C-team missions are sometimes a little bit more interesting, you know. C-team has not really bad stats anymore by any means, but it's still C-team. Apparently C-team doesn't like hedges very much. We parked in a nice little hedge enclosed area, but no luck. For now, I want to equip kind of... The shock rifles are great and all. They're not as good sort of long range, though. I think my A-team that has a antimatter rifle on my Rocketeer might be a cool combo, too. Let's see what we get. Sounds like it's a Sizen map. I forget what I even had them all set up for, but that'll confirm it. That was a good shot from our sniper. Didn't break the shield, but we definitely hit him. He wasted one of my stun grenades, though. That was my stun grenade. Aww. It's nice to have enough damage that we can chew through their shields nowadays. If you weren't using Plasma or Magtech, it's pretty hard to just shoot through the shields. Now, once we see Phase 3 Sizens, it'll be hard again, but man, their shield scale's so high up for armor absorb. Like, well, that's not what I mean. It doesn't have armor. It doesn't ignore damage, but I think these guys have the 300 HP shields. I'm pretty sure the next tier has, I think it's like 600 or 700 shields on their HP shields. Oh, I could have actually had a shot there. I didn't expect a Sizen in the corner. Oh, now that there's a hole here, we can actually send the shield guy up. I was worried he was going to be stuck in there, but of course, the power armor handles it. We should check back here just in case, but yeah, nothing to worry about. Okay, let's just hold position for a turn. This guy won't do anything too exciting, I don't think. We might be able to kill him. What do you think, Yoshi? You did 0. How did he resist antimatter? What? You can't resist that. That's cheating. It's not nice at all. That's also not nice. I mean, they're not doing any damage, but... No one expects the Sizen in the corner. Exactly. Well, there's one thing that would definitely kill him if I want to go to the flamethrower. Let's try some normal shooting before we get to that, though. It's good practice for our dudes getting some accuracy. Now, there has to be... Yeah. What? This is still... I don't think that's appropriate, that you get... one TU and then you get a full volley of reaction fire. Yeah, there's nasty aliens. They're very noisy. We know they're coming. I guess that means we should consider some incendiaries up here, hey? You guys let me know if the sound effects in-game are super loud. They sounded a little loud to me, but that doesn't mean it's the same for you guys. That's a pretty... Well, I guess it's just shadows. I thought that was a bad flame mix there. Well, seeing as fire seems to be my current strategy for solving problems, I was thinking of just shooting him. But, why shoot when we can light on fire? It's so much overkill. Now that does put a bit of a timer on our field. I think it's safe to say the Xenomorphs will probably be coming in from the side. But maybe they'll surprise us. It definitely feels like the UFO is up this direction. Good job, Epsilon. Well, this field's gonna light up, so we better move across it. We already had one Sizen in the corner. They wouldn't send two. Alright, so if we have to... We've got, like, a few turns. No need to rush. I don't have any incendiary rockets for the first time I might even want one. I still think it's quite likely there'll be Xenomorphs coming in this way. So let's expand our burning. We just don't want to get killed by those popper exploding guys. Although we've got some Overwatch reaction fire. Uh-oh. This is not the direction I was expecting. Guys, watch that tile. Sorry, Farmer Tim. Okay. Well, I don't like this field much either, to be honest. To be totally honest, this whole field needs to go down. So what side do you think the aliens are going to come out of? Cool. Rapping. Alert, alert, alert. You know, if I know this map, I've seen this map before. No, I haven't. I know nothing. Burn! Didn't kill him, but... Well, didn't kill him. End of line. Let's get some space. Alright, let's send some backup. If we really do get a serious infestation on this side, we're not really ready. Because I was definitely defending this angle a lot more seriously. Kind of took their sweet time. Still taking their sweet time. Alright, 2 on each side so far. 3 on this side. But they just ignored all the fire. Good. Kill it when it's next to one of my guys. That's the spirit. Honestly, their melee attack isn't even that bad at this point. Okay. Nah. I was thinking maybe I'd try to bring one home. But these little guys are barely worth the trouble. Well, there's... Okay, we are actually right in front of the UFO here. I think there was a popper up there. Dang it! Fella, what are you doing walking into the fire like that? Hope there's nothing back that way. Let's find out. Nothing that we'll be able to see. Okay. Kind of a bad map layout for me, the way this is all gone. The Xenomorphs keep, you know, teasing us and kiting us. I don't think they can actually kite you back, but it's kind of what it feels like. The antimatter minigun continues to be very overpowered. I think it's time to get some vision out here with our new tank. This might be the first time we've used our Mark III mag rifles much. I think we might have used them in the base a little bit, but they are pretty good. Most Mark III weapons are pretty solid. Alright, we're gonna send another backup this direction, seeing as the situation looks pretty reasonably under control. Wraiths! Don't forget, there's always some wraiths on the Sizen missions. We caught one! Except plasma cannons? Well... What? 1 hit caused 7 wounds? What a load of bull wacky. Not very effective. Light him up. Alright. So that little Wraith ambush was... That is nuts. The amount of damage we just took there. 78 down to 25. And also panics, so he can't even heal himself. I mean, I guess it makes sense he panics in that situation. Well, an entire medkit stopped the bleeding. We'll have to find another medkit next turn to make any progress there. I guess we're just lucky he didn't die, but this is kind of the problem with that that fox armor. If your shield's facing the right way, it'll stop 270 damage. But if it's not facing the right way, this fox armor doesn't do anything against energy or kinetic. I'm seriously considering not even bringing shield guys. It's easier to scout and safer to scout, I think, with power armor. Sounds blasphemous. Because, you know, shield guys are fundamental to our force. But we just don't really have armor for them. Oh, it's one of these missions where I can fly and I'm not flying around. I got this cool buzzard armor. I'd never use it. It's real good for finding wraiths even, because you can just fly around and see all the hidey holes they like to hide in. So, I mean, there was at least 2 xenomorphs back here. I assume one of them died, but that's only one. Okay, now I'm triple checking my corners. It's just so easy to forget about the wraiths. I kind of wish there was a better signal that they were teleporting. I think it's the same sound effect as the mind or the psionic attack sound effect from the scions. So on a mission with a lot of scions, it just kind of blends in. And given how brutal being ambushed by a wraith is, it would probably be better if it was a little bit more obvious that some teleporting happened somewhere. Here I am complaining about things being too hard again. Alright. Well, Big Mohammed, I think he just finished healing. And his first mission after being all healed up, all patched up, gets sent back to the hospital for another extended break. Shield guy life expectancies are definitely not as good right now as they used to. Used to be shield guys, well, they always went in first, so they've always had kind of low life expectancy. But once we got, you know, decent shields, enough strength, I'd say they had better chance of surviving a hit than anyone else for quite a while. But in phase 2 now, I don't know. But it's almost time for our breach. Sure. Kind of glad I went slow. So there's a big boy. Look at that big juicy boy. It would be pretty cool to bring him home. I wonder how effective shock weapons are on them. Of course we can't switch weapons and shoot. Not shock weapons, but shock rockets, because I've never really tried that. Unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of people with I mean, I could try to use one of those, but that's too expensive. Maybe we shouldn't worry about capturing him. Just deal some damage, maybe kill him. That's a lot of damage. We'll shoot him again. Fair enough. Robert. Oh. Yeah. Getting his character killed specifically. Unfortunately, antimatter isn't the best against the shields. Would have been, in retrospect, that would have been a better target for my sniper. Might as well take the shot. You never know. Alright, well the tank's almost here. This barn only has a single entrance and not a couple windows along the side. It's the kind of place I'm expecting some wraiths, though. Sneaky, sneaky teleporting bastards. Alright, Big Muhammad just saved someone's life. Good job. Even though he almost got killed. He's still a valuable party member. Plasma cannons. Well, we might not have a, you know, a xenomorph to shoot it at, but that hit a couple things. Unfortunately, we gotta go the long way for the tank. And we can't really use the power... I guess that's one advantage of shield guys. Power armor can't go upstairs, and I think shield guys can. Let's be a little bit cautious about teleporting wraiths now. Oops. Wasting my TUs for no good reason. What I should be doing, though, is making sure there's nothing behind us. Gotta listen closer to the teleporting sound. I'm glad we resisted that, because that was a pretty rude little snipe there. The aliens do have, like, I know we're on easy mode comparatively, but the aliens really have high stats in this mod. There you go. Good shot there, Sarius. Okay. Just for completion. Shot in the back. You know, we could put a sniper up there if I was really excited, but snipers in high ground doesn't make that much difference. It's not like XCOM 2012 or XCOM 2 where being in a high spot kind of gives you some stat advantages. In this game, it doesn't give you anything, really. Line of sight is a bit funky, and that's the only advantage would be line of sight. I didn't really clear this house either. Well, we haven't really used our new tank at all. So I'd like to send him to the door at the very least. Another dubstep song. We're getting lots of dubstep tonight. I probably don't want to rely too... Where's his gun? Big Muhammad, where did you put your gun? Why do you have your shield but not your gun? I guess I used a med kit and I forgot to pick it up. Whoops. So we haven't even fired an AP plasma rocket yet. High ground in XCOM 2 gives you 20 to 30% more accuracy and a bunch of skills. Yeah, that's in those games, which are a bit more ability-based for soldiers. High ground does, I think even passively has some nice buffs. And if you have the right skills, then lots of good buffs. Okay, let's see how this gun works on the door. I can't really complain about the minigun, machine gun. It's pretty good at shooting down doors. Oh, I should probably, kind of at medium range here, switch back. Forgot to reload that earlier. Well, I wasn't expecting much, but we tried. Let's just let the car... Well, no, we got one more dude. Hey, fella, getting the kill. That was a pretty good shot. So that's one broken door. Took door down like nothing. Now I'm not having any shots here to kill. Not quite enough to get there and still shoot a good burst. The tank will be fine. Lightning damage. Ha! Fellas onto your tricks. Trying to use lightning weapons against my cool new tank. A little bit of overkill. Good teamwork. That was a good shot, actually. So yeah, the Seisons are weaker to, you know, kinetic damage, especially if you get them in the flank without their shield really applying. So that's exactly how you want to do it. High ground's amazing till... Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've had that happen to me as well. Until... Or even worse, you're in the high ground, you shoot at someone on the low ground, and your scatter on your gun destroys the ground beneath your feet, and then you fall down and die. That is also something that I've had happen in XCOM 2. It's probably one of the reasons I don't play it all that much. For all the advances it made, it still has some dumb stuff. Alright, I'm kind of thinking there might be something behind that door. That's why I'm kind of stacking this side first. Should be checking for wraiths more often. Or we should keep count. Make a little tracker. And every time I kill one, there's one less wraith. At least grenades are reliable. Well, yeah. It's kind of immersion breaking. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of XCOM 2012 and XCOM 2's perfect grenade accuracy. Everything else has spread, or a chance to miss. Rockets can spread, bullets can miss. You can get grazes even in XCOM 2, I think. Was that Long War, though? I can't remember if it was Long War specific or just standard XCOM 2 thing. I think it had grazes. You know, critical hits and kind of critical misses. Alright, boys. Gun switch. I think the grenades in this game need a little bit of work, because sometimes the scatter is, instead of scattering on the location, it scatters where you throw it. So it's one thing to throw a grenade and have it land somewhere in that area, or hit this and stop, or hit this and stop. That's all fine. But if you throw it and it lands on your feet and blows yourself up while you're behind cover or something, that is still busted. The dodge stat, yeah. I know they changed it in the Long War mod, and I played a lot of the Long War 2 mod, so... That one, they changed the way critical hits and dodges stacked. So it kind of upgraded your hit from a hit to a critical, or from down from a critical to a hit if they dodge, kind of thing. Kind of put them in opposition of each other. A critical hit was no longer a guaranteed hit. You could miss, and a crit would up you to a graze or something, I think. It was just complicated, but it was neat. I kind of like that system. It's not like, even though I generally don't like XCOM 2 that much, it's not like it was all bad or anything. Thanks for flying, BlueAnkylo. Thanks. It's fine. It's just a Scion with a pistol. We'll deal with him. One thing Scions with pistols are not very good about is getting hit in the back. We even saved his shield if we want it. It's probably more charged up than this one. War of the Chosen. I like some of the stuff that added. If only we could dual wield. I still wasn't a huge fan of really overpowered superhero aliens just showing up in the middle of your otherwise normal missions. That still doesn't quite work for me. But they did add lots of cool features. I liked Long War 2 also. Before War of the Chosen broke everything, Long War 2 also had the Haven management stuff, which was pretty cool. Wasn't in the base game, but they added it in for the... well, whatever you call it, the big mod. It's officially sanctioned mod, I guess, but... Alright, upstairs. What do we get? Rarely find anything when we open that door. Which is good. So now, we figure out how to do our breach. Okay, so we've got a shotgun on each side, as is tradition. 2 power armors on each side. A rifleman on each side. And an extra. Because he doesn't really fit into anything the same. So, I might be willing to do another shock charge just to try to save some trouble here. I think we'll give it to our Rocketeer, honestly. Because I don't trust the shock rifle against the shields up front. And I don't really feel like using rockets here, because they're... well... we've seen rockets go bad, and this is a stronger rocket than we've seen ever before. Not playing heavy modded, that's alright. There's some good mods, though, for it. Alright, so shock charge... 1... I really don't have tons of spare selenium, so I don't think we need to push lots of them. At least, I hope we don't. Cut! Thanks for coming. Anyone else want to come downstairs? This hasn't happened on camera before. There you go. Let's wait a couple more turns. Come on down. Come on down, aliens. This is the reason I set up around this teleporter like that, with a shotgun and a mag rifle, or some sort of rifle. These things reaction fire so efficiently. As soon as they show up in the teleporter, practically kills them in one shot. Unless, well, if their shield faces you, maybe not, but just giving them a couple more turns to get brave. Doesn't look like they're going to pull it off. And hey there, Rides. Blue's always slaughtering aliens. That's what Blue do. Okay, we're still going to do our... I'm going to assume, until told otherwise, that there's always an alien in the corner, and we want to minigun it. Especially through shields, it's pretty hard to kill them otherwise. That makes sense, Thornum. I did play Vanilla XCOM 2 before I started modding it up like crazy. I have beaten it, I just couldn't really stick to it long enough to get super in-depth. Alright, Sotraz. Just gonna throw that. Don't use this teleporter until I figure out what I'm doing. Okay, open door. There's a door guard. Open door. No door guard. So kill this guy. We've got Weapon Sergeant, Normal Guard. There's probably someone right there. There usually is. Maybe not. This might be a very lightly defended bridge. Maybe after they came down, there wasn't too many left. Seeing as we got a couple easy kills from the door. Suppressed is really what I was looking for. Looks like maybe we don't need to use the EMP charge. Might be one of the easiest breaches we've ever had. If that's all there is. We didn't kill him. Put him out of his misery. Okay, well that was pretty smooth. Furthers my doubling down of we're not going to record all of these. This was a fine mission to record for the future tubers as a demonstration that other than some minor surprise wraiths, not a whole lot happens. And that was still a pretty large total number of aliens. So, good mission. Good job, C-Team. You're not feeling so C anymore. Starting to get some pretty good accuracy. Look at those reflexes gains. I like that. Epsilon with 4 kills. Some more, You know, one thing I want to do at some point is a bit of a review on our medals. Like... I don't think anyone's got them all yet. But... I don't think we can get them all without doing some base defenses and stuff. But... some people are stacking up some pretty good medals. You might think there's fewer medals than they should have. Some of them upgrade. Like they start bronze and then upgrade into silver and then gold. But you do get bravery from these things. Like Lone Grim here, he gets 3 bravery from this. 3 bravery from this. 1 bravery for that. And 1 bravery for that. So he gets a +8 bravery. Which certainly helps if we're fighting stuff. Anyway, good little mission. Future tubers, we're gonna... Well, you'll see next episode, but I'm gonna skip through these next episode and just play them out on my own time and with the live tubers. They'll let you know what happened, maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.